And we're back to learning Inkscape in the year day 61. Let me show you how you can create the radioactive icon. We're going to start with a circle, go to a 45-degree angle. When you drag it and release, we want to have a fill, no stroke, but let me use a color that's easier on the eye. Maybe this one right here. Now we use the rectangle tool, go to the center, left click, drag. Let me give that a different color. Size doesn't really matter, just make sure it covers the circle. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V to copy. When you reposition it, you might have to zoom here and there. Just make sure that it's all placed on the center position. You can press Ctrl-A and then activate the shape builder tool to check. So this is the center, we're good. I select them both. I can do that by holding Shift and then left clicking on them. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V to copy. Left click on it again and then rotate it. Not 45 degrees, but 60 degrees. And you want to position yet again the center position right here where the center of the circle is. Once more, you can press Ctrl-A and then activate the shape builder tool. This shape right here, this is what we need, and that should be 60 degrees. And if you've rotated it correctly, that should be the case. Once again, I select this element here, Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, then use the mirror option right there, place it on center. Ctrl-A, use the shape builder tool, and now we should have 3 equal parts at the top. Use the add mode, deselect the last option right here at the top, this little X, then left click on these 3 parts. And you can try to delete the rest here, but it's not really necessary, but just so that you can see properly, this is what we need. So these 3 little parts, basically of a pie. Just confirm, and now we can delete the rectangles. We don't need them anymore. And here you can see these parts, they're individual. I hold Shift and left click on them, then Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, left click again, hold Ctrl when you rotate, and fill the second half of the circle. Once again, make sure that it's exactly in the center position right here. It should snap. If it doesn't snap for you, check the top right, this magnet icon. This should be highlighted, then the snapping works. Let me put one segment to the bottom. I select the big circle in the background and I hold Shift and click on a color swatch to give it a stroke. Under Object, Fill and Stroke, I adjust the stroke width. I want to have it black, and then I put it back to the bottom again. I use the Ellipse tool, go to the center, left click drag while holding Ctrl and Shift. Give it a fill, no stroke for now. And now we select every second part here of the pie. 3 of them should be black, 3 of them should be yellow. So that's the fill color. Now let me adjust the size here a little bit, holding Shift and Control, and then I give it a yellow stroke, but that's way too thick. Let me go to maybe 2 millimeters in this case, fine. Just memorize the value that you've used, because now we give that as a stroke to these pie elements as well. We select them all, so all 6, but we make it yellow. And here paste the exact same width that you've used for the center circle. And the outer one is a little bit too thick. Let me go down to maybe like 12. And then we're basically good. But I don't really like the yellowish color. Let me adjust it a little bit. Swatches that we've got here, maybe I'll try them. But they're way too far towards the orange. So let me go to Object, Fill and Stroke again. And now I use the color wheel and we try to find a good color. Maybe something like this. And you also want to give that to the stroke. So every element that has a yellow stroke now needs to have this new color value. So it's a good idea to select one of these elements that has it. And then you can see under fill in stroke, we have the hex code right here, RGBA. Just select it and Ctrl C to copy, select your elements, and then paste this as a stroke paint. Once again, here's the color wheel, and below it RGBA, I paste it, press enter, and then we should be good. So once again, we've used only basic shapes, basic operations here in the shape builder tool to create a somewhat complex shape. It's a good idea to practice, and in the next video we're gonna move on from the shape builder tool to a new topic. I hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.